For more on this, let's bring in Tennessee Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn. Senator, welcome.
Good to be with you. Thank you so much.
So Elon Musk is asking government employees to basically lay out what they've accomplished for the taxpayers over the past week or so. That is triggering some of your colleagues. From Senator Tina Smith, quote, "This is the ultimate dick boss move from Musk, except he isn't even the boss, he's just a dick. I apologize for the language. I consider this a family program," but that's what she said. What do you make of it?
What we know is happening through the DOGE efforts and through Congress and the work we're doing is accountability for the U.S. taxpayer. We want people who have been working jobs, many of them working remote, not showing up to the office in years, many of them working only one day a week in the office. Tell us what you're doing with your time. You know, this is what happens in the private sector, and everybody has to fill out a report every week. Tell us what you're doing. What have you accomplished? What are your challenges? Where do you need additional help or support? That is what you call proper management. And we have federal employees that are saying, we don't want to do that. We want to do whatever we want to do on our time. And that is not acceptable.
A big role for you since the past month or so has been confirming the Trump cabinet. You were there at the White House when Kash Patel was sworn in as FBI Director. Would you tell us about that experience?
Oh, yes, indeed. I was thrilled to be there with him. Senator Cruz and I were there, and we so enjoyed being a part of that. It is so important that we get the FBI back on track, that we eliminate two tiers of justice, that the American people know they can trust the institution. And, you know, Mike, just like with employees saying what they're going to spend their time doing, the American people want to see that transparency, accountability, and trustworthiness in all federal government positions. That's why we're pushing the president's agenda to be sure that we're right-sizing and downsizing the federal government.
As you know, the nation's governors have been in town, and President Trump and the governor of Maine got into it over the issue of transgender athletes. Colorado's governor, Jared Polis, offered this reaction. I want to play him, and then I'll get you to respond.
Sure.
We always hope that people can disagree in a way that elevates the discourse and tries to come to a common solution around what the issue is. I don't think that disagreement was necessarily a model of that.
Are you surprised the Maine governor picked that issue to pick a fight with the president inside the White House?
You know, Mike, this is one of those defining issues between the left and the right. We fully believe that President Trump is right on this. It is the policy of the federal government that we will support Title IX as there for women in women's sports. And we will not support men, biological men, in women's sports. And as President Trump said, that this is the federal position, and therefore the governor should be enforcing that. She should want to protect women in women's sports. It is unbelievable that she would choose to not do that.
President Trump is urging Republicans in Congress to stick together as you all work to basically codify some of his major priorities. Let's play the president.
I think the speaker and the leader have done a fantastic job. That's Thune and Johnson, and I think they've done, two guys really working hard and they're really doing a great job. But we have a lot to stick with. We have a lot to stick together for, because what we've done has never been done before.
The House and Senate are taking different approaches on passing that legislation. Will you all stick together to get it done?
The goal is to support the president's agenda. That is what we did in the Senate on Thursday, as we worked through the process. And, you know, it may be 3 bills that we do in the Senate. The one that we have just put in place, the president's agenda on energy, border, military. Then let's follow that with our second reconciliation that will make the Trump tax cuts permanent, based on policy, and then a third bill this time next year where we can deal with issues like tax on tips and overtime and Social Security and some of those issues. And what we do not want to do is to preclude as much as we can cut. We want to make as many reductions in federal spending as we possibly can. So let's not shortchange ourselves. Let's not say we're happy with the trillion or 1.5 trillion or 2.5. Let's keep pushing until we remove the fat from the federal government and we achieve a savings, a tax savings for the American people.
We're nearly out of time, but are you sympathetic to Speaker Johnson with his historically slim majority in the House?
And this is why the president wants options. The House has one approach, which is one big, beautiful bill. We in the Senate think that we can reduce more and remove outdated agencies, DOGE more, if we do 3 bills and push ourselves that direction so that we leave no antiquated or outdated programs and no wasteful spending. This is important to do for our kids and grandkids. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Let's take the advantage of having 3 possible reconciliations, use them all, and cut as much as we can.
Senator Marsha Blackburn of the great state of Tennessee, thank you so much for your time today.
You got it. Thank you.